Hello everyone. Today is um Monday, May 30th, 2022 at 8:39 a.m. Excuse me. At Shadow 9. 8:39 a.m. So, um yesterday I was out panhandling for help, just to get food to eat and some bus fare for I was out panhandling for some food and bus fare, and so I got a lot of rejections. Well, most people were polite and said that they only had credit card, but I had a nice bit of rude people as well. And so they had this Asian young girl that she was skating, and she was skating around, you know, downtown in regular skates, not rollerblades, but regular skates. And so, you know, I felt kind of hesitant because I was afraid that she was a child. I thought she was a teenager, so I felt kind of scared, but I took a risk and asked her anyway. And lo and behold, she offered to buy me something, and I told her, you know, exactly where I wanted to eat. And I thought I was going to be sleeping another night on the streets. Excuse me. So I told her I haven't had seafood all week, you know. So she was willing to go out of her way to skate wherever I wanted to go, along with me walking with her. We walked and talked. Well, walked and she was skating, and she took me where I wanted to go. And so I had she let me have choose whatever I wanted on the menu, and I said, well, usually when people want to treat me out and use their debit card and stuff, I usually ask them, well, how much do you want me to spend? Because I feel like, well, I don't want to take too much, or I don't want to be too greedy or whatever, you know. So, I mean, I ask for their permission if they want me to have a certain limit, if they want me to be, say, if they wanted me to be limited to $10 or something, or if they wanted me to go as whatever I want, I still try to keep it small. And sometimes people be like, girl, go ahead and, get whatever. Sky's the limit. But I still be trying to be modest, anyway. So they have way more expensive items on the menu, but I try to choose, the fish tacos. They were somewhat cheaper, cheaper. Excuse me, somewhat cheaper item on the menu. And so she let me get that, and plus some salted caramel gelato. It's the best. And so she got her some fries and some salted caramel gelato, and so we ate and talked, and she wanted to offer me, I mean, I talked, we both talked, and we said a little bit personal things, and I told her my situation, and we she said that she's Vietnamese but born in San Francisco Bay Area, but now has been living in New Orleans for 10 years. But I'm a born and raised in New Orleans native. And so excuse me. um so she wanted, at first she wanted to just offer me something to eat. And then she switched it to that she wanted to give me $100, and but there was an we couldn't find an ATM that close by, so she wanted to Venmo me, but then she said she wasn't sure how to do that, but then she asked because she wanted to buy me a hotel room, and I said I very much need it. She offered to buy me a hotel room. I said I very much need it because I definitely needed to get some rest and get clean and everything, and I told her about my new job that I'm starting, and you know so the restaurant server, he suggested Airbnb, and so I'm right here downtown. um I'm right here downtown with my first time ever in my life on Airbnb. It was so, amazing and smooth and everything that so we ate and talked, and she told me she had to go, and she gave me a big hug, well, two big hugs, and then um I walked over here, so I didn't have to take an Uber or anything like that. And so, lo and behold, well, she said she didn't have much money, even though she offered, And so I'm like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" She said, "Yeah." And so first she was gonna order me one night, but she ordered me not one but 3 nights with Airbnb. And it's like, wow, I forgot all about Airbnb, or I be forgetting all about Airbnb a lot of the times. But in the past, I have checked times here in Pensacola, and when I was in Greenville, South Carolina, and New Orleans, whenever I would check for Airbnb rooms and stuff, they would be only the vacation rentals would show up and be like so expensive, like 500-600 a night and stuff, and it's like there'll be nothing cheap. And then this is Memorial Day weekend, so she said the room was like $66 or $67 a night, and so I'm like, well, I am really surprised because that is, you know, is a little more than slightly cheaper than some of the hotels when they are weekly. I'm sorry, the for the week, during the week, like Sunday through Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday, the hotel rates are cheaper. They're like between 79 and 99 a night. But then on the weekends they're almost double, like 179. It's like insane. But I figure since it's Memorial Day weekend, and some people say it was gay pride or something, um, it's a lot of hotels were double priced, you know. So they were double priced. So then um when the hotels were double priced, but then the motels, I calculated that 365 a week motel, that calculates $52 a night total. And so it's probably 40 something plus tax, and $52 total. Because that 365 is what tax included. I think it's like 315 and then add tax. But I'm deeply heartbroken and hurt that to not be able to get to go back to Hospitality Inn anymore. And it's like they were $40 a night. well, slightly, well, $39 a night, and that's the cheapest around here. And they were a decent and nice hotel, minus the gang stalking. But they're supposed to be hospitality inn. They're supposed to be a Christian-based hotel, but they are, all of them are perps. And they set the stage for noise harass. I mean, they let me back in, and then they set the stage for noise harassment and gang stalking. Soon as I got there, and then of course, Starbreaker or whoever else called up. One of those online perps obviously called up the place of business, and then Miss Annie got an attitude and lied and said that there were no rooms. So that's the foreign people. That's their covert way of saying you're not welcome there, is to lie and say that, get an attitude with you, and lie and say that there are no rooms when in fact they do, and that's discrimination. Rather than straight up telling me we don't want you here anymore and tell me why. So Miss Annie used to love me, and she got compromised. She got compromised. And it's like, you profess to be Christian and you sold your soul to the devil behind Candy Grandpre. How pathetic. I must be that special. People selling their souls to the devil behind my nobody ass. I ain't nobody special. I ain't nobody. I never have been. Why are people selling out behind me? So pardon the colors of this blanket. The other two beds, they're not made up. They have two smaller beds, but this big old bed was already made up when I got here. And and the pillows too. They're red and black checkerboard. So this ain't me. This was set up before I got here. So so then after the new friend who got me the Airbnb, I think she had to go back to New Orleans. But I'm glad she seemed sincere and genuine and not a perp at all. But um but the guy who was our server, he was very nice, and he said he would be glad to see us again. But it seemed like he was throwing up devil horns hand signs like he wanted me to see it, but then pretending to be fake, extra fake nice. Which was disconcerting. You know, so I hope that's the right word. But anyway, it was a little disappointing. So but anyway, I guess it was his idea for Airbnb, and so then I didn't tell anyone. I just straight walked over here, and even though it's still downtown, um, it seemed like as if it took me over 30 minutes to walk. Maybe because of me trying to point out gang stalking and still trying to do some panhandling, because I was trying to also panhandle, accumulate some money to panhandle for food to eat for work. Panhandle for food to eat and also bus fare. So, I walked over here and I didn't tell anyone. I didn't announce to anyone. But as I turned the corner and started walking by, this place where I'm at, this house, this Airbnb house that I'm at, there was a gang stalker in a white BMW SUV that was pulling off as I turned the corner. Pulled off from this exact house. And I'm like, ain't that a bitch? And I was hoping and praying that that perp wasn't my doggone roommate here. Because they got 3 beds in this room, and then there's the bathroom. But for this to be lower price, this place looks brand new and fancy, and the floors look so clean. And the rule, this is one of those houses where the rule is you have to take off your shoes when you get inside the house. And she has a big dog, but I was afraid of the dog. But she said the dog is friendly, and so the person here, the host here at this house, and she looks like she's in her early 20s, and I'm like, damn, I wish I could, own my own house. Could have gotten to own my own house in my 20s, or and all people want to throw in my face is, oh, you didn't play your cards right and stuff, which is secret or code word for, oh, you didn't sell out, or you're a loser for not selling out. They'll try to say you didn't play your cards right. But it's like people, I've tried to whatever I could to try to get jobs. I had certain circumstances, well, chronic off and on forced homelessness and constant poverty. Um, People in my life try to block me from getting ahead and excelling. I'm sorry, excelling. Excuse me. That's that sleep deprivation. Excelling. I couldn't get ahead. They blocked me from getting ahead and succeeding and excelling. So so I got here and had to ask a few little questions and went straight up here and was trying to upload the rest of the videos from yesterday. And then I went back downstairs, asked a few little more questions. And well, they have breakfast for us, but I guess we have to provide our own lunch and stuff. We could get to cook, but I don't have the money, to buy groceries, and then I'm just here until Wednesday morning. And I'm just here until Wednesday morning. And then Wednesday evening, I guess I have to be back on the streets. But maybe tonight, maybe God, I told the new friend, I told her that God must have sent her here because, um, well, I approached her and I didn't know that she would, do what she did. I'm like, well, I guess there are some people who don't hate me still and some people who do care. But, I heard that, possibility that, any friend you get, any boyfriend, husband, family member, any relationship, coworker, that the gang stalking network would compromise them at any moment and brace for it and be prepared to, for betrayal. Or somebody to just abruptly stop helping you or stop being nice and stuff. But all I asked was, for spare change, for food to eat and bus fare. Wow, I got a whole you know, I got a whole Airbnb for 3 days. So thank you. Um, so that could have saved me from something more dangerous last night. Because I pointed out and showed y'all the man who's the perp, the elderly perp who kept cussing me out every night and making threats at me and stuff, and I can't go to the police. And other targets say they have that problem too, but they say, well, they go through the same thing where the police won't do anything, but they say still go to them anyway. But I'm like, well, the police, what they'll do is they'll lie and say that there's nothing that they can do, and then play psychological games and provoke me to get mad so that they can have an excuse to justify. Like, all I gotta do is be like, y'all ain't right, and then if they get mad and taser me or treat me with police brutality and stuff, or I wasn't mentally ready for the psychological and mental games despite what I'm going through. But Excuse me. So I don't know if I I, I mean I don't want to for the Airbnb host to get mad at me if I were to take show y'all like a small little tour of this room. Excuse me. If I were to show y'all a small little tour of this room, and then if how the hell would the online perps know my exact address where I'm at? Cause they tracking me. That's why. And so and that's how the in-person gang stalker knew where I was before I even told anybody. I didn't announce it. I didn't say anything until after I got here. But as I said, after I walked and turned the corner, that white SUV was pulling off, and I didn't get a picture. I mean, I didn't get a video, but I got a picture from afar. But I wish I would have put it on video and showed y'all, you know. But then that probably would have been too much of a dead giveaway of the perps wanting to call up this place and or some kind of way find this number and call them up and show them my videos and stuff. And while you act like you want me to be banned from the whole, um, like as if you want me to be banned from the whole Airbnb or something, you know. And I mean, I'm not even officially, you know, I haven't booked on my end. This was the first time somebody booked for me. And so when I walked in, I had to put in some code, and then I had to take my shoes off, and then my room is upstairs, and so I explained to the host that I'm not Michelle, but Michelle booked a room for me, and so you know, I just went up here and stayed up here, and I got me a shower, and when I took a shower, the soap that I used was too it had glycerin in it, so it's like as if I never could stop rinsing. So today I'm planning to get me some laundry done um this afternoon, I guess, and I start the new job tomorrow. Last night it was so cold in here that I didn't get to sleep. Um, I probably should have gone down and told her that I'm too cold or something. But I turned off the fan in here. I turned off the fan in here, and and that after 2 o'clock in the morning, and that helped me somewhat sleep better. And my sleep was spotty, and then I woke up at 8:30 and had to use the bathroom, and I've been up, you know. But I don't know if that man would have put his hand, if that man was just talking shit, or if he would have put his hands on me, you know, or if he did, what if he was just threatening me but didn't have a knife at all, or what if he did have a knife? So you know, but I heard that they have the option to do monthly rate here. So I asked about the monthly rate, and she said the price for June and July, the prices are gonna go up, and this place is gonna become more popular. So she said it'll be about $2,000 a month. I'm like, well, why might as well stick with the try to go back if they have any openings left. Try to go back to the 365 a week motel, and the 365 a week motel. Um, but I don't know if they might be full or have no openings. And if that is the case, then I need to try to find another way to survive. Um, so try to get a shower every night. Because I would like to be able to save up and get me my own place, you know. But with the overtime, if I were to get overtime work and overtime hours, that would be a great help to for me to get like my own. I mean, for me to get permanent housing faster. So possibly, but with just that 12.50 an hour plus my Social Security, they'll say, "Oh, that's not enough." I'm like, "Wow, 12.50 an hour full time plus the Social Security check, and y'all still say it's not enough." You want to know how I know? Because with the previous job, they were telling me that. So I was trying to look into getting a car to live and work in, and trying to get a car that shot down my credit just for inquiries. For me to try to get a car to live and work in until I get, and I probably could have on my off days from work, I could be doing like, DoorDash or something, or Instacart or something. I'm not an Uber person because due to the gang stalking, I cannot be a people person due to the gang stalking. But anyway, this house in my room in the bathroom is so neat and amazing looking. I wish I could show y'all, but like show y'all a small little tour of this room, but I don't want I don't know if the host would get angry or upset, or if she would have a problem with me just showing off my little room in the back.